Whoa! What's up, everybody? We're going to be talking about basically how to actually not lose stuff all the time. I know this is a huge problem with people with ADHD, but just anybody have a hard time actually losing stuff. So I'm going to talk about actually my 3 tips that I have actually used throughout my life to be able to help me not forget where things are and losing stuff all the time. So let's go ahead and dive in right after this intro. What's up, my Optimal Mind performers and my Optimal Mind leaders? Welcome back. And if you are new here and want to actually reach Optimal Mind performance, we talk about mental health things such as like ADHD, depression, anxiety, as well as personal development, other work-life balance skills, as well as other tips and strategies that you can learn all about reaching optimal levels of performance in your mind. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the future videos, as well as give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Okay, let's talk about my 3 tips as far as helping basically remember where things are so you're not losing stuff all the time. And these are the 3 tips. So tip number 1. So funny story is that I grew up with ADHD and dyslexia, and this becomes a very big challenge for people who have ADHD and dyslexia. But I find I've implemented these things, I would say I don't lose stuff even more than my wife. My wife seems to be losing stuff, like she loses her glasses all the time, which drives me nuts. And she knows that. I love you, honey. So besides that, let's talk about those 3 things. So the very first thing, and I've also suggest this to lots of different people, and something that I learned early on, is what I call is basically when you're setting something down. So let's say keys, for example, or glasses, or your wallet, and you're setting it down before you leave, is what I call is blinking your eyes rapidly. It's like taking a mental picture several times, because what that does in the brain, it actually has like taking pictures. So it's in your memory. So when you're thinking, where did I leave my keys? You have a better chance of remembering, because when you set it down, you blink your eyes several times, blink, 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 to take those mental pictures, and so you can easily remember where it was. The second thing that I do highly recommend as far as helping you not lose stuff and remembering where things are is actually picking designated spots. Now, I am not the best at this. I tend to be a little bit more cluttery, but I still call it my kind of cluttery system as far as where I place things in specific places. So if someone actually comes in and moves stuff or tries to clean it all up, basically that I lose where everything is at. And I could be better at organizing this, but at least it's something that I know I've designated spots where I place certain things. The third thing that I do highly recommend is helping you not forget things, especially if you're going on a trip, or if you're going out in a car and you're going somewhere and you don't, forget your phone, your keys, your glasses, your wallet, these things. I call it the pocket visual check. Right before I go out to go anywhere, I always check my pockets and be like, okay, I got my car keys, I got my wallet, I got my phone, we're good to go. And I do that every time before, and also when I'm leaving a place. So I go to a destination, so like let's say I'm staying at somebody's house for a while, for an hour or so, then I do the same thing. I do the pocket check and visualize everything. Now, when you're going on a long trip and you're actually packing things in a suitcase, what I do is also a visual. So I think about, okay, I go right from the beginning. I'm like, okay, I got my underwear, and then I put on my pants. Do I have shorts? Do I have a shirt? It's gonna be cold. Do I have a sweater? So you visualize all these things. And you're like, okay, did I get my laptop, the charger? So you visualize all this. It'll help you actually remember packing everything. Something I do a lot now that I have several kids. I don't have several kids. I have 2 kids. It feels like several kids because man, are they a handful. Basically, having 2 really young kids, there's lots of things you have to pack for them. So you do the same visual thing. You think, okay, snacks. Do they have diapers? Do they have all these things? You kind of visualize it. That's what I do. To remember to be able to pack everything before I go. And then the same thing, when you're leaving the place, visualize that same step process before you leave. So I hope these tips really helped you. And if you really want to reach optimal mind performance, go ahead and actually subscribe to this channel. And if you're really struggling with ADHD, I do have a free downloadable guide in the description below that goes over all the things that you should do as far as running labs, nutrients, supplements, and other types of treatments to be able to implement as far as when it comes to ADHD health. Go ahead and download that free guide right below. Hope you found this beneficial, and until next time, this is Dr. LeGrand signing out, and remember, you have an optimal mind. Thanks. Bye.